Capricorn, happy November. I hope you are doing well. Okay, we have quite a lineup in here. I think it's great. I think you're either going to love this reading or hate this reading. Ironically, I think it's kind of the theme here. We come in with the World card and the Magician card. Okay, we've got the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay, partnerships. We've got the Death card, the Justice card, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, I pulled a fortune card and a Psych card. We've got the Seer, follow your intuition, and we've got the Beauty there. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 trumps out of 7 cards. That's a lot. Okay, and I think that what you're going to be doing is really taking an honest assessment at things in your life. Things, really what drives you to do the things that you do. I'm going to try to stick to the, there's a lot came in for this, a lot, and I would be here forever. So I'm going to cap out on what I think you're doing here. First, though, I want to go here because I think that the main focus here is your perception, right? Do you see the beauty in things, or do you see things as how do I say? Do you see things as negative, right? Do you? Yeah, I guess it can equate to is the glass half full or half empty. It's a matter of perception, right? Do you see the beauty in things? Do you see the natural order of things? I guess I'm saying, do you see that, in war there's peace, that kind of deal? I think is where they're going, because what your message coming in here was, and in all honesty, guys, I've never gotten this before, so I wasn't quite sure how to interpret it. And I'm going to say here that take this for whatever your higher power is. I don't like to put religion into things, but at the core of it, you've got to believe in something higher than yourself. So that's how I'm going to tackle it here. Your main message coming in here is that you are in a place where you could actually be a stand-in for God, right? Now, with that, let me say, the Devil card in here, which is represented by your sign, is really just the many faces of God, right? We're not squeaky clean, perfect people. We're not. We wear many different masks for many different things, right? And I'm not saying that's a negative, but these cards, they speak of masks that people wear. They speak of masks that we wear. They think there are perceptions on things, how the world perceives us. Sometimes it's just a big old masquerade party, right? People show other people what they want them to see, period. We could be married to people or work with people for a zillion years, and still, when they do something that they've never shown us before, we're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that person did that. We all have many masks, right? We show people, though, really only what we want them to see. So your main takeaway from that so far is how are you looking at things? How do you look at the relationships in your life? Most importantly, how do you look at you? Okay, what Capricorn really people don't really understand is that Capricorn is like on the inside, how do I say, like a baby bird still protected by its shell, right? Like that's your force of armor. You've got to armor around you because there is an innocence in there, except in the outside world, that is a sitting target. So you know how to protect that by being strong, by being willful, by being, persevering. And again, it goes back to the masks that we wear, right? Capricorn gets a real short end of the stick, but if you really know what that is at its core, and you're not just one sign, you're not just a Capricorn, you're many different things, right? But I'm just pointing that out because behind this hard exterior, there's a baby bird in there, right? But it's protected behind all this armor that we put on. And an armor is also a mask that we wear, right? You're really being asked to follow your intuition, look at things, and look at the higher octave of things, right? Like things are in a natural order. Even when we need to go down paths that aren't pleasant, they're all part of the journey, right? That's why we shouldn't be judging each other. We should just, realize that certain journeys take certain points where you need the flashlight, right? You're being really shown such an luminous light right now that there's nothing you can't see unless you choose to not see it, right? Which is the paradox of this reading. But given that we've only got a little bit of time here, I'm going to cap out on it that you're going to go the right route, right? And you're going to get things going in the right direction. Because what I think happens here with the World card and the Magician card is I think this is feast or famine. I think that you go at things, you deny yourself so many things for so long, but it's like knowing that that cake is sitting in the fridge, right? You're on a fasting diet. You make it to like the 11th hour and then you go and you eat the cake, right? Because you just need to be fulfilled, and then you stop and you don't eat again, and it's like a repetitive cycle, right? That's what you want to kind of pay attention here as to why you do the things that you do. And that's what these come in. These are long-term choices, right? They're long-term choices, but you've got to pull on where you've been. You know what I mean? And this is the phoenix rising from the ashes here. It's also the partnerships that we're in, right? We've got the death card, the justice card, and the queen of wands, right? The queen of wands is again, she's divinely connected, but it's the innocence of that baby bird in there, right? But she'll whip out that sword and nick you in the ass need be, right? It's we all have these things in us, but with the justice card, what you're asking to be asked here is you're really trying to find the balance between the two polarities, right? We've got to let some things go to acquire some things, right? And that requires justice, right? And it's seeing things in a certain balanced way, right? Again, I think you're really being asked to look at things for how they really are, or are you looking at things for how you want them to be, right? Are you judging other people harshly, or are they judging you harshly, right? There's an air through here too. I keep getting in a relationship spectrum. If there's patterns that you've got, right, where again, it's like I just keep getting here, like you've got the perfect partner, and it may come in the form of an alliance in business or in a relationship. But I think that you either look at all the flaws in this person when they've got a massive amount of beauty. And sometimes people are put in our place, again, as part of our path, right? They're going to be the one that mirrors back to us the shit things that we've got to work on, right? Or they could mirror the wonderful things that we've got to work on. They usually mirror both, right? So look at the people in your surroundings, and if you're critical with your partner, it's more than likely something you've got to fix within yourself. So you want to look at why you go at this person that way. Is this person someone that you really want to be with, or has the alliance served its purpose, and now it's time to go on? Because over here, it's why do I do the things that I do? Because again, you want to correct this, all right? Are you someone that's got a great relationship at home, but yet you don't want to look at what that person mirrors back to you? Meanwhile, they're kind of like the saving grace in your life at the moment. So you go outside and you do other things for instant gratification that make you feel good and allow you to not have to look at the things that you need to look at, right? We all, again, I'm trying to throw every aspect of this out here. I want to say this. I think introspective work. Really look at these things. Look at the junk in your trunk. Look at what you're doing. Look at the people around you. Are you setting up alliances with people that you've got a future with, or is it some kind of you right here are being set up for something amazing, really, on all fronts here. But you can go in the right direction, or you can go in a direction where fear paralyzes you, right? Again, with this reading, I get the feast or famine. I think too that you beat yourself up. You beat yourself up for things, and then you self-punish yourself. It's some kind of weird dynamic, and I don't say weird in a disrespectful way. It's just I can't get my handle around it. But I know that I even took out my bronze sight to do this reading because something is in here that's probably not on the lightest side of the spectrum. Again, in here, and I think this came up a couple months ago too, this may be a partnership, an actual wife or a husband, but you're really being reminded to not let go of the people that are valuable to you for people that aren't, people that may betray you. I guess where I'm going with that is, if, again, my analogy of you've got a great partner at home, but they bring out stuff for you to look at and you just don't want to. So you go elsewhere for someone that's going to, you know, I guess praise you for something that you're really not. And you need to get back here and look at what it is that you need to really face here, balance it out and let it go, right? This is someone, if she's a partner, she's got a heart of gold, but she'll, you know, she'll whack you with that if you need be, you know, not the sheep, the wand. Okay. It would be a fire sign person or fire somewhere in their chart. I don't like to camp out on signs because I've seen people cut great people off based on, oh, they didn't have this, but we're not one sign, guys. Okay. So, addictions in here also. Again, that's just anything that's out of balance, right? All right, let's see here. Again, I want to, there's a difference between, in our birth charts, right? We can't change that. We can't change what's in there. It's fated to us. We need to go through these things. Sometimes there's really dark aspects in a chart. I'll find the place where, okay, well, this is in here. We can't change this, but we can maneuver around it, right? If someone stinks in school, I'll point them in a direction for some kind of creativity, you know, songwriting or whatever. My point is, you're being asked in here that you can either navigate what you've got as far as what's fated for you, right? The bridge is out ahead. Okay, I'm going to have to take a right. You don't know what's to the right, but you know that the bridge is out, so you're going to have to find another way to work with what you've got here, right? And you make that a wonderful thing. Or you can be someone that just sits there and drives your car off a cliff because this is the only way that you're going to go, right? You see what I mean? Destiny is going to present itself with opportunities for you, but how that comes about is what you choose to do with those opportunities, right? So, all right. Bear with me 1 second. You had quite a lot of messages. Okay. I touched upon allies, right? And I think that that comes in the form of our friends and our family and your partnerships, right? You may be wondering if, you know, if you're not married and you're dating someone, that you may want to take it to a higher level and get married. If you're, you know, if you meet someone new, do I really care about this person? Do I want it to take it to the next level? It's really locking down the things that you're discovering about yourself and other people, right? Again, perception. I want to say too, if you are going about things in an extravagant way, like if you're, again, this would just be a band-aid though, right, to what you already know is in there. If you're selling yourself short going in the way of monetary manipulation, you know, getting things in a way that, again, at one point were self-taught protective mechanisms, right? You may want to look at that. Because I think here that there was, you know, the things that are screaming in you in the face are not the things that are going to be, if you're looking for fame and fortune in an area that's superficial, you know, like where you're really drawing attention to yourself, you don't want to do that, because there's a difference between being extravagant like that. That's a house of cards. That's going to fall, okay? Or there's, you know, my grandmother used to say too, there's something about, you don't want something screaming in your face. Elegance is warm and it's natural. You don't need to draw attention to yourself. It just is, right? And that's what you want to be reminded of here too. You're amazing and you've got amazing qualities and you're being given amazing responsibilities, but you've got to do those in a way that you see the bigger picture, right? Um, I think to recognition and again, fame and fortune, whatever that is to you, whatever you're wanting for your life, you need to first get clear about what that is. Okay? Because I think you're on a path too where you may have again followed in the footsteps of the family law and you really want to do something else. You're really being asked now to step into your own, okay? Because within the next 3 months it's going to be life changing for you, and you can really propel yourself into a place of fame and fortune in a positive way where you're actually helping humanity, right? Or you can get there and have it be short lived, you know. Don't give in to fear here, okay? Don't be paralyzed because you think you might be rejected. Who gives a shit? At least it's one more thing under your belt, right? This is a great lineup, guys. I mean, you've got massive amounts of Trumps in here, and I can feel the universe pushing you. And again, you had really bizarre messages. Not bizarre, just like there's a lot hinging on you. So if ever you sold yourself short, now's not the time, you know? There's also your message too is you're going to be shown the next step to take. So again, that's why I'm asking you, get clear about what it is that you want, where it is that you want to go, who it is that you want in your arsenal, right? I'm hitting this mainly from the above board part because for you to get where you need to go, you need to know what I'm telling you. If you're going to backpedal and fall into really dark places, which could happen here too, I'm not going to cap out on that because there's no point. You're going to wallow and eventually spiral, right? But that's not where this is. You're being asked to really just look at, you know, things for what they are and the bigger picture. You know, people will also ask me sometimes, how can you see um, the beauty in things when there's so much unhappiness, so much suffering, right? I'm not God. I'm not. But I know there's a grand picture here, and I know that the universe is rigged in our favor, and I know that I am divinely guided every step I take. That would not happen if there weren't a grand scheme here. You know, I know that wars have to clean out sometimes things that you know that man-made has really taken off course. I see that. I don't. It hurts me just as much as other people, but I see the grand scheme and things, and I know you do too. And if you forgot, you're being asked to remember, okay? Because sometimes we need the great storm to clear the air, right? So that's what you're being reminded of. But here, you're really being asked in here to just find the middle ground, find the beauty in the imperfect, you know, realize that the people that are with you, even the ones that make your head want to pop off, you know, maybe they're showing you something that you really need to see that's unpleasant. Take a look at it, okay? I'm not saying stay with people that you're not meant to, but if you got in an arena with someone because it's just another pretty face, but it's an empty shell of a person, you want to look at that. You know, why you would do that? Or do I have the best person in the world in my sphere and they would do anything for me? You know, sometimes they call me out on my crap, but you know what? At the core, they're doing that because they're trying to help me be the best that I can be. Those are the kind of things that you want to align yourself with because in 2 months, guys, you're going to be planting seeds here, and what you plant is going to grow. So if you're planting a wasteland, that's what you're going to get. If you're planting concrete, beautiful things, that's what you're going to get too. Okay? It's your garden. Okay? But endings and beginnings, and you can do this. Okay? So if you don't think you can, I'm telling you, you can. So there you go. I think this was really powerful. I'm trying to keep these short. You've got amazing opportunities in here. And again, you're going to be guided step by step by step. So keep going. You're going in the right direction too. Okay. So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. I think this was wonderful. I know you're scared. I can feel it. All right. But again, now for those of you, I'm going to go off skew because I also got this during meditation too. I know I've got young viewers. Demographics are from like 20 to 80 for my young little pumpkins in here. Okay. This is not a time to be trick or treating. Okay. Know the people in your surroundings. Don't get into cars with people that are just adorable that you don't know. right? Don't give rides to people that you don't know. Don't get into things where you're going to go have some ritual in the woods with people that you don't know. All right? There's an air through here too of a really there's dark things out there right now. They're all coming out. That's not what your reading is for, but I did get something for um, the younger viewers, and actually I was told that, my younger viewers. Um, so there you go. Okay, if you're parents, keep an eye on your kids. I'm talking your 20-year-old kids, not your baby ones, right? Your older ones too. Um, I think that light souls right now are really a target. You know what I mean, to the darker entities. So you just need to crystal up a little bit more and to just use your common sense and to really follow your intuition and know what it is that you're looking at. Okay, because sometimes the things looking back at us are really not the things looking back at us, right? Look with your eyes that are on the inside there. Okay, there you go. Okay, I think this was a great reading. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to do anything that you want. Okay, whatever it is that you want right now, it's sitting here. Okay, just till the land so you've got the room for it, and make sure what you're growing is what you're growing and what you want. Okay, be in the relationships you want, be in the careers that you want. Know that you can do it. Okay, so there you go. Have a happy November. Okay.